good, bruh.
On May 16th, 2019, YouTuber Omi in a Hellcat uploaded his first video titled Payday at Reloaded Construction. The vlog ends with a very deep message.
Always remember, live life the way you will want to live it. You only get one chance at this, one shot at life. One chance, one shot, that's it. Any mistake that you make, it's done. You're done.
Little did Omi know, starting this YouTube channel could have been the one mistake that would ultimately land him in federal prison. That very first video that Omi posted got 60,000 views in the first 3 days. The video shows Omar stepping out of his mansion, walking down his long driveway with more than 15 all-white cars parked in it, and telling the viewers about his entrepreneurial endeavors. From there, he drives to his first nightclub that he owns, where they are doing renovations. Then he goes to his second nightclub, where they just made the final touches before opening. Omi continues.
Damn, don't tell me that he self-snitched. Because sometimes that happens, bro. Sometimes these guys, like, they make money. You said tax fraud? Oh, no. It's like, bro, if you doing shit like that, just don't put yourself on a radar. You got to be... I'm not endorsing it, but you got to be quiet about shit like that, man, you know? Yo, yeah, if the IRS is after you, bro, that's a GG's. Because them motherfuckers... Bro, I've heard stories of the IRS being like, yo, if you owe them money, like, you could get paid and they'll take that shit. Like, if you get paid from your job, you just find your paycheck gone and you're like, where my paycheck? Oh, they yoinked that shit.
Continued to post vlogs that started with motivational messages about life.
You have one thing, an advantage over a lot of people. You're free, you're young, and you're healthy. No excuses. Stop trying to keep up with everybody. Stop going out buying Balenciaga.
Typically, the middle of his videos would be him tending to his businesses, buying expensive clothes, jewelry, new cars, vintage cars, tour buses, and even houses.
Bro, if I had bread and if I was to get jewelry, I'd probably get myself one chain, bro. I'll get myself like a nice little like Cuban link and that's it, bro. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy getting like some crazy big shit. I'll get some like one chain. That's it.
For a wildly successful man, he was relatable, down to earth, and kind, far from the narcissistic rich assholes we typically see on the internet. Within 2 months, he reached 100,000 subscribers.
Wow.
By the end of summer 2019, he had 300,000 subscribers.
Damn.
But every time he was asked about how he obtained his wealth, his answers were extremely vague.
What do I do for a living? Started off as an app developer.
By the way, drink water. But as Omi spent more time showcasing his lifestyle on the internet and being more open about how he made his money, he caught the attention of the FBI.
Damn!
And on November 20th, 2019, just 6 months after his first video, they raided his home.
Why?
This case file shows
tax
88
evasion.
lines of personal property that the federal government seized from Omi. Over the next couple of months, the FBI confiscated $5,875,000, 58 vehicles, including a 2020 Lamborghini Huracan.
Damn! They took all his shit! Yo.
2019 Lamborghini Aventador, and a 2019 Audi A7. They also took 21 properties, including buildings in downtown Philadelphia and mansions in the suburbs. You would think that in a situation as serious as this, Omi would keep quiet, but as soon as this happened, he went live on YouTube to tell his fans about the raid. At first, he thought the feds were after him for tax evasion, which was partially true, and Omi claimed that he was innocent, but it wasn't just taxes that the feds were worried about.
Bro, when I tell you they took everything, they took every SD card, every camera, every television in my house. Houses.
Wait, how?
IPTV is a gray area. You know, the Copyright Act hasn't been updated since the 1960s. And you know, I hit a fucking gray area and exploited it, and they just didn't like it.
Omi thought he had found a loophole in the US copyright law and was exploiting it. Now, if at this point you're feeling extremely confused as to how this guy even got into this situation in the first place, this is exactly how his hundreds of thousands of fans felt. Ironically, once the feds raided him, that's when Omi started opening up about exactly how he made his fortune. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club delivering a box of awesome, top-shelf goods from under-the-radar brands. It's free to join and you can skip...
You said self-snitching? Damn.
month or cancel at any time.
I'm about to be like, yo, what's this gray area? Let me know.
Of the products come from small brands,
many of which are
for no charge. You only love coffee as much as I love to build an account. A TV piracy scheme in which they fraudulently obtained cable television accounts and then resold copyrighted content to thousands of their own subscribers who could then stream or play back content. This piracy scheme all started on Kodi. Kodi is essentially just a media player that's available on any...
Oh, he did that? Bro, this is the shit that you... Oh, this is the shit that you get when you hack a Fire Stick. You said, Retro... Yo, let me stay quiet. Oh, I'm not... Yo, I don't know shit. What's Kodi, bro? I don't know what the fuck that is. Nah. Wait. Yo, what the fuck is this, chat?
Podcasts, movies, listen to music.
Wait, what's this?
However, Kodi doesn't make its own content. It's an open source streaming platform that anyone can make apps on. Because of this, it's mostly known for people who watch pirated or stolen content. Most people used Kodi on Amazon Fire Sticks.
Revolt! Whoa, the feds! Police! Yo, you see the freaking sirens? Yo, chat, look at the sirens. Yo, revolt! Oh, shit. The sirens are out here. Oh, nah. What the fuck? Oh, shit.
They would go on the Kodi app, install all their favorite networks, and stream content for free. But it's not that easy. A lot of these add-ons can be riddled with malware or just end up being bogus apps that don't work or stream low-quality content.
True.
Which leads to people Googling things like best Kodi add-ons for free and searching through blogs to find out what apps are trusted, like The Crew or Daddy Live. Not only does researching and installing these apps take a little bit of technical skill, it also...
No, look, it takes technical skill. And then you have to turn off specific settings in the stick. And then you also get put into scenarios where people also in these things, they start telling you like you have to use a VPN. They say it a lot of times when you try doing shit like this, they'd be like, bro, you got to make sure that you have a VPN so you can hide your IP address, because if you start doing this shit, you could easily get tracked for this shit. Not saying that I do it.
Retro is real name and address.
Not saying that I do it. But you know what it is? It's because I know a little bit about this, because obviously, like, I used to, like, do research in terms of shit like that. Like, you know, when you hack in shit like PSPs and you looking for, like, custom firmwares for, like, shit like PS Vitas, custom firmwares for PlayStation consoles, shit like that, you start learning and start seeing, like, different things in there. But usually if you're trying to do shit like this, they really go crazy telling you like, yo, you need a VPN if you're gonna like really go crazy with this. I know about it because I've seen it. I don't do it because I don't have a Fire Stick. Like, why am I gonna have a Fire Stick? Yo chat, I'm in the list from being here now. I don't know, bro.
It's just a lot of work around.
Nah, but you know what? I'm safe because from what it sounds like he was the distributor. It sounds like he was the guy that probably made the apps, because remember he kept saying in the beginning that he was a software developer. So maybe he was the one that made the apps and then he distributed the apps and then he started charging people for the illegal apps that he made that can basically, like, that's why he said something about copyright, because if he could just get like a bunch of streaming services for free and then just start doing all that type of shit, he developed the softwares for it, so that's why. Oxy says you aren't ending soon, right? Of course, Oxy, I'm ending soon.
2016, how you been? Omi was exposed to this and saw a huge opportunity. Omi would buy Amazon Fire Sticks for $40, jailbreak them.
Yes, and oh my god, I know people who do this though.
Next stream, the
Yo, I know people who do this.
Got me. 3ds.hacks.guide,
Chill! Stop sending these links! He said, if y'all don't hear it from me next time, the Nintendo Ninjas and Sony Samurais got me. 3DS Hacks Guide, Vita Hacks Guide. Chill. Yo, so he would hack the Fire Stick, right? Buy it for $40, hack the Fire Stick, and then you could resell it for like maybe 100 to 120, depending on what you're like doing 100%.
Or install all the best and most trusted apps onto Kodi, then resell them for about 120 to 100.
Damn, I even had the number on the nose. Oh my goodness. I said like 100 to 120, 120 to 150.
$50 to his customer.
And then if you want to be an asshole, from what I've been hearing from online sources and seeing around, like from time to time, they could get a little crazy with that.
Customers. Essentially,
you said I'm selling these, bro. If I was selling these, I would not be working. I'm working right now, bro. I'm busting my ass every day working. If I was selling these shits, I'd be every day on stream cheesing. Yo, welcome, chat. We're about to play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let's go. Yo, straight super cheesing. Oh,
customers
man.
cable TV for a one-time fee. The reason we know this is because he had no problem telling people his scheme.
Oh, he should have shut up. He self-snitched. That's what it was, bro. He self-snitched.
When Kodi was popping, you know what I'm saying? I was one of the first ones doing Kodi sticks. And that's how I started making a lot of money. Buying these boxes from Amazon already preloaded and just reselling them for more money. I'll buy them for $50, sell them for $120, $150. Now I was selling thousands of fire sticks. Damn. I'm talking about a lot of fire sticks.
In 2016, Omi said that he made $1 million flipping fire sticks.
Damn! Damn, he should have just stayed quiet.
That gave him enough money to fund his next piracy venture, which would make him tens of millions of dollars. By this point, Omar was kind of a regular in the online piracy community, which is surprisingly large.
I was a negative person in Kodi because I was like a wrestler. There was good guys and there were bad guys. I was the bad guy because that's how I got people's attention.
He was known by the username Target in 1080p. His YouTube channel was originally named Target in 1080p and featured videos of him discussing—
You fucking idiot! Your name in the Kodi website was Target in 1080p, and then you made your YouTube channel the same name and with your face on it. Oh my god, dude, come on!
Discussing things
like you could have called yourself something different online. So then if they say, hey, is this you? You'd be like, nah, bro, my name is this online. You got the wrong person. Damn, bro. So they just basically put the names together, Target in 1080p, search them up on YouTube. Target in 1080p. Oh, man.
In the IPTV space.
Yikes.
One particular man named Dexter took a liking to him.
Dexter
was a developer and Omi was the financial backbone. Together, they made an app for Kodi called Gears TV, which was inspired by his favorite video game, Gears of War.
More like
Gears TV was Omi's all-in-one digital content package with some of your favorite shows like Game of Thrones, Better Call Saul, Twin Peaks, all of the major networks like ABC, ESPN, and Fox, channels that are only shown in the UK and Canada, and even more premium packages like NFL Sunday Ticket. Gears TV provided all of that content in 1080p resolution for as low as $15 per month. If someone were to pay for regular cable, it could cost them anywhere from $60 to $200.
Yo, you don't know how much. Yo, in the Spanish community, bro. Yo, they go crazy with this. You don't know how much Dominican people I met where they used to like hit me up with this shit, because it's true. Because you got all these crazy ass, like I remember like Spectrum, when we used to pay for the cable box, they used to charge us absurd amount every month, like 100 plus. And then like you meet a random Dominican guy in New York and he'd be like, oye, ¿qué lo que? Oye, yo te doy esta vainita aquí, 15 pesos cada mes, y tú tienes de todo. And you're like, what? You get everything, bro. HBO, Showtime, National Geographic, AMC, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney XD, all that shit, bro.
Per month. But how was he able to do this? Essentially what Omi did was purchase—
Yo, Oxy, what you call me? Girl, you crazy. You better...
cable subscriptions from Comcast, Spectrum, Verizon, DirecTV, and Frontier Communications. These cable subscriptions come with a box
She gonna be like, nah,
that contains encrypted media. Omi purchased decoders from China to remove the encryption, then capture cards to download the—
Whoa, wait a minute. What did he do? Hold on.
Purchase cable subscriptions.
Okay, I'm not using this. Fuck, Chad's gonna be like, yo, Retro's gonna do this. I'm not doing shit. I just wanna, it's just good to know how to do it.
Subscriptions from Comcast, Spectrum, Verizon,
Man, fuck Spectrum!
DirecTV, and Frontier Communications. These cable subscriptions come with a box that contains encrypted media. Omi purchased decoders from China to remove the encryption, then capture cards to download the content and send it to a server where it would be—
Oh, that's Fivehead. So you could get a cable box from Spectrum, record a bunch of shows on it, but it's encrypted because it's through the shit. Then you get a decryptor from China, Then once you decrypt the shit and you have all the shows recorded in like perfect quality, then you upload them to a server and Fivehead
redistributed over the internet to his subscribers. Gears TV was cheap and provided way more value and content than any cable company could ever.
Yo, he was like the modern day Robin Hood, bro. On God, because imagine paying for all this shit. It's like $100 a month, bro. $15 a month and you get everything. Oh my God, that's a steal.
Or compete with, and word spreads fast in the IPTV community. Omi went from making $5,000 per week to $400,000 per week in just a few months. The indictment claims that in total, the defendants received more than $30 million in subscriber fees. Omi said he was still living in the hood of Philly at this point, and nobody knew the kind of money he was raking in. His first purchase was a 2016 Camaro SS 50th Edition, his dream car. Keep in mind, Gears TV was no small operation. They had large servers, customer service representatives, and the government did have their eye on these schemes. As it got more popular, the monthly price increased, which pissed off customers as their $15 per month turned into $20, then $30, then $40, getting closer and closer to regular cable prices.
Damn.
Omi sold his app to a private investment company in 2018 for a whopping $40 million.
Damn! But that's crazy because he sold it, so it's no longer tethered to him. He got his bag. So why did they still come after him if he already sold it?
This was perhaps his most genius move, because not too long after, Gears TV shut down. But it did not stop there. Omi used his large payout and expertise to build a new and improved app called Reloaded TV.
You fucking idiot, dude. That's what it was. It's because he made another one. He should have just left with the 40 million and just dipped. He should have just left, dude. Oh my God, dude.
This was everything Gears was and more, with a way better interface and higher quality.
He should have just
content.
left.
Reloaded very quickly became one of the biggest apps in the IPTV space because of its great user interface and reliability. It's unclear what exactly happened to Reloaded TV. It seems like it wasn't around for very long, because in 2019, Omar abandoned the Target in 1080p name and changed it to Omi and a Hellcat. And he stopped talking about the IPTV space as a whole. He claims he knew the industry was dying and the feds were cracking down on other apps similar to Reloaded. Now, is it possible that Omi's YouTube channel alerted the FBI? Not necessarily, but it didn't help his case. Anyone who is in the business of distributing media knows there are others trying to steal it, but Omi's YouTube channel promoting his own brand and attaching a face to the scheme just made it that much easier to identify the perpetrator. Bragging and flaunting his wealth could have pissed off authorities, and yeah, they are human. Maybe they did want to put him in his place a little bit. Maybe they were harsher on him than others to make an example out of him. In one vlog, Omi found out that federal agents boarded his flight to the Dominican Republic to make sure he wasn't trying to flee the country. But you have to remember that all of the information I just gave you, his audience didn't know about. They had no idea why the FBI was after him. They just knew Omi had...
Bro was Dominican. Oye, pero no me diga.
start his
No!
life.
Please continue to support this channel. I'm gonna stay strong. I'm gonna try to beat this shit. They broke me.
Yo.
They broke one of the strongest people I know, which is me. They broke me, but no one got me to this position. Only but me.
Yo, he should have legit fleed. After making that much money, dude, I would have been like, deuces, bro. I don't know, go to Dubai or something. I would have been gone. Que lo que, for real.
Start taking responsibility for your actions.
Omi's YouTube channel after the raid became dedicated to him trying to regain his wealth, start new businesses, buy more cars, all while the feds were watching him. He started a printing company / merch brand under the name Reloaded, where he made and sold all different types of clothing out of a room in his house. Keep in mind he had his construction business and various other side hustles that kept him paid. Plus, it's not like the feds emptied his bank accounts entirely. Omi kept saying he was broke, but his version of broke is going from tens of millions to maybe just a few millions. But it wouldn't be long before the FBI came back.
The whole FBI situation, it seems like they're trying to tack on money laundering charges, tax evasion charges.
From 2016 to 2018, when Omi made tens of millions of dollars, he admits that he did not pay his taxes. However, he had a reason. He claims that the accountant he hired told him that she was CPA certified when she wasn't, and that she never paid his taxes the right way, but he was more than willing to pay the millions he owed. However, once he finally got together the money to pay his taxes, it was stolen from him. He posted a video titled, "I got robbed for $1 million,"
How?
in which he claims that he took $920,000 out of the bank in cash to give to his accountant. He left for Dallas for 2 days, and while he was gone, someone cut the power off from his house and stole the cash, some electronics, and his girlfriend.
How? That was an inside job, bro. Somebody that knew about you taking all that money out didn't like you. And they were like, yo, he just took out a shit ton of money in cash.
His purses. The funny part is, a lot of his own fans were suspicious. It seemed like Omi was trying to stash $1 million and throw off the feds by setting up a robbery. Sorry IRS, I can't pay my taxes because somebody stole my money and here's my YouTube video to prove it. Plus you have to think, why would anyone bother stealing Xboxes and TVs when you have $1 million cash? Conveniently, this video was posted on the same day that Omi released his very first sneaker, the Omi Zeros, which was just a Nike Jordan 1 silhouette that replaced the swoosh with a lightning bolt. He even took the Air Jordan branding and replaced it with Air Omi. Now, taking the Nike...
Bro, isn't that the AMP logo? A little bit?
Nike silhouette for a shoe brand isn't something new. It was a really hot trend for the past few years. I even bought myself a pair. Omi would slap the word Reloaded on a popular team's logo, or really any iconic brand trade dress. It's pretty clear that Omi's specialty is copyright infringement. Building an original brand is way too much work and too risky. However, things got really bad for Omi in September of 2021 when he was formally indicted with criminal copyright infringement, wire fraud, money laundering, and several other crimes. The feds came back once again and raided...
Yo, the feds were on his ass for years, man. For years they were on him, dude. Like, they did not leave him alone.
His house for the second time. This time he made much bigger headlines and was even interviewed on the news.
Just to be crystal clear, the indictment that came down today, you're saying you're completely innocent of those?
Not completely innocent would be a false statement. Now, ignorance is no excuse for the law.
Again, you'd imagine someone would be quiet during this instance, or at the very least have their lawyer speak for them, but Omi was still convinced that he exploited the system. Omi's whole life at this point was dedicated to fighting this case. He barely uploaded YouTube videos, maybe once a month, and when he did, you could just tell this man's spirit was broken. But after months of deliberation from his legal counsel, Omi pleaded guilty in February of 2022.
Damn.
I'm pleading guilty. Long talks with my attorney, and it's the best option, you know. Ignorance is no excuse, like I've always said, and to me, it's about, you know, accepting responsibility.
Now he was going to serve some time in prison. 3 U.S. government attorneys say that
15
Omar,
years?
aka Omi and a Hellcat, should serve 15 years and 8 months in prison for crimes related to his pirate IPTV service, Gears TV. So he spent all of his time grinding to get his business affairs in order so his family can survive while he is away. But on March 7th, 2023, Omi finally met his fate. United States District Court for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, Judge Harvey Bartle III, acknowledged that the advisory guidelines of 24 years would be highly unusual for a copyright matter, and therefore decided that 66 months would be enough to punish Omar and send a deterrent message to any of his followers considering the same type of behavior. On top of the 5.5 years in prison, Omar got 5 years of supervised release. He had to forfeit $30 million worth of assets, which was mostly vehicles and properties. And he had to pay more than $16 million in restitution, $10 million to the cable companies and $5 million to the IRS. But surprisingly, Omi was happy with this outcome.
He could have gave me 15 years if he wanted to.
Oh, because he's free, so he didn't really get locked up, but he still got to pay for a bunch of shit. But I feel like in this scenario, you saw how much money they say he had to pay. I bet you money he doesn't have to pay all that shit at once. So he could take his sweet ass time paying it off. Because realistically speaking, if you think about it, ain't no way he gonna pay all that off. Ain't no way he gonna pay all that off. So if anything, he probably doing a monthly payment on that shit, and it's probably not even that much money. He probably throwing like $1,000 monthly at that shit, but he ain't ever gonna pay that shit off.
Really could have. He really could have. He could have gave me 15 years, and I guess no one would have questioned him on it. And to the fact that he gave me another chance with my kids, like I said, man, I'm always gonna have that man back.
Oh, damn. And he had kids too. Damn, he got lucky.
In my mind.
Throughout this entire time, Omi's supporters have had his back, and a lot of them don't look at him as a scammer nor a fraudster. Probably because
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of said what I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again. He was a little bit like the modern day Robin Hood, where he gave us the same experience that you be paying a shit ton of money for. Like I said, if you're paying for Verizon or Spectrum in cable TV services, it'd be like 120 to like 150. But instead, he was like, "Yo, here's a Fire Stick, and you only got to pay like 20 a month, and you get all the same premium services." Obviously, it's illegal. I'm not gonna say it's legal, but shit.
Because most people don't have sympathy for billion-dollar corporations.
Exactly, because he's like the modern day Robin Hood. He's like, fuck all the big guys. It's a small guy that did something, and he was helping the other small guys like get TV and watch shit for a lower price and shit.
Omi was stealing from corporations and giving their product to regular people for a fair price.
Exactly.
He came from nothing in the streets of Philadelphia and built an empire. However, that empire wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for the people who created the demand in the first place.
That's true.
Omi knows what he did was wrong, and he has accepted that he needs to do the time to pay for what he did. Just a few weeks ago, he surrendered himself into prison. If we have any faith in the justice system, we just have to hope that Omi comes out a better and changed man.
I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets out a bit earlier on like good behavior or some shit. But man, that's crazy. I never even knew of this guy. This is a good video. Let me put thumbs up on that shit. Good video.
On May 16th.
That was very good information. Shout out to Patrick CC. Chat, so y'all could show some love to the video too. Good video, good video.
Bro probably gonna hook up the cellmates with all the right channels on the prison TVs.
For real, dude. For real.